Okay, so we're going to start with feet hip distance apart to start with. Soft bend in the knees, and we're tucking that tailbone under and engaging those abdominal muscles, drawing them together, pulling them down towards our spine. Just try and relax in here a moment. Just going to breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale. One more. Lovely. I'm going to use a band today to start with. If you haven't got one, that's absolutely fine. You can just do the same exercise without the band, or if you've got any hand weights, you can use those. So we're just going to continue with our breathing in through the nose, float those arms up and exhale round and down. So you're just doing big circles if you haven't got the band. Inhale, arms up and exhale. Try not to use the back, so you don't want to be twisting through the spine. Hold those arms up here. From here, going to go for a side stretch. We're leaning over to the right and take that arm down and back up. And then over to the other side. One more each way. Up and bring those arms down. From here, going to adjust our hands so their palms are facing up, elbows are glued at the waist. You can do this without the band, taking those arms out to the side and back. Inhale, as you exhale, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Lovely. Taking that band behind your back if you have one, elbow towards at the head, and just lengthening that arm away. If you haven't got a band, just really stretch that arm out, trying to get those fingers to the ceiling. One more. And then switch. So inhale, as you exhale, extend that arm away. So we're just warming up to start with. Lovely. Taking that band to the floor now, we're going to drop our chin to chest and exhale as we roll down, leading with the crown of the head, articulating through the spine. Weight forward in the toes so you feel the stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale and exhale, slowly roll up, stacking the bones in the back one by one, shoulder blades back and down, neck in line with your spine. Let's do two more. Drop that chin to chest and exhale as you roll through. Inhale to prepare and exhale, rolling up. One more. Inhale, drop that chin to chest, stretch through the neck, and then roll down. Once you're in your roll down, just nod and shake your head. Inhale and exhale, slowly roll up. Lovely. From here, just going to raise up onto the balls of our feet and lower. Inhale. As you exhale, raising up and lower. One more. Lovely. From here, let's go into some squats. So you're just going to take those hands out, lift the heels off, up and lower. If you've not got good balance this morning, keep those heels on the floor. So down, heels off, raise and lower. One more. And lower. Lovely. From here we're going to lie on our backs. So just take yourself down to your mat. And get yourself comfortable. So from here, palms are facing the ceiling, resting those shoulder blades on the mat. Abdominals are engaged, tilting that pelvis slightly so that you close the gap between your lower back and the mat. From here, you're just going to take one knee out to the side. Keep those hip bones facing the ceiling and then back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, take one knee out and center. So exhale through the mouth as you're lowering that knee. Inhale as you come back in. And rest there. From here, you're going to glide your right leg out along the mat. And then bring that leg back in and switch sides. So remember, if you want to, you can add your weights on to your ankles, or you can have them in your hands. So it's up to you if you want to make it more challenging. And this time we're going to take those arms up to the ceiling. Send both legs out, arms are going behind us. Make sure that your back stays imprinted on the mat. And draw those legs and arms back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you extend away. Inhale, exhale, come back in. Make sure that back's not lifting. Keep it imprinted on the mat. One more. Lovely. I'm going to place a green squishy ball between my knees. If you have a pillow or a towel or a Pilates ring, you can place that there if you wish. So from here, we're going to tilt that pelvis, roll up into our shoulder bridge, and we're going to do 10 squeezes against the ball, working those inner thigh muscles, using those abdominals to keep that pelvis stable, and rolling down. So you're articulating through the spine. Inhale, as you exhale, tilt the pelvis, roll up into your bridge. 10 squeezes here. And roll yourself down. So we're going to do 6 more of those. Those of you who want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can take your hands across your body or arms up to the ceiling with or without your weighted balls, and you can take your heels off the mat if you wish. So there's lots of options to make it a little bit more challenging. Rolling up into your bridge, 10 squeezes. So you're working those adductor muscles, those inner thigh muscles. Inhale and exhale, rolling down, mobilizing the spine. So if you've been working in your gardens at the weekend, because let's face it, there's not a lot else to do, or working in your house and you're a little bit stiff, this is a really good exercise just to get that back moving a little bit more. We've got another 4 sets. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, tilt the pelvis, slowly roll up into your bridge, making sure that pelvis is stable. 10 squeezes. So when you're squeezing against the ball, don't let that pelvis dip. Really make sure you stretch through those hip flexors. Those abdominals stay strong to keep that pelvis in position. And then you're mobilizing through the spine as you come down. 3 more sets, please. If that's too much for you, you just do what you can. And then just wait and rest. Two more sets. I make this the last one. And then roll yourself down. Hug your knees to your chest. Lovely. I'm going to keep the ball where it is for now. So I'm going to come into my roll-ups. So we're taking our hands in our behind our heads, interlinking our fingers. Our elbows are in our peripheral vision. So we've mobilised the lower part of the spine. We're going to mobilise the upper part of the back now. You're keeping your knees hip distance apart and your feet are under your knees. So you don't want an angle. You want to have those feet under your knees. So from here, we're going to roll up through the upper back. We're going to send one hand out, down by the legs, scoop that arm around, then switch sides, and then roll ourselves down. Now we're going to aim for 15 of those today, which is more than we normally do, but we're just going to challenge ourselves a little bit. So we're going to tilt, roll up, extend one arm. So I know a lot of you have been doing more than one class a week, so let's get challenging. We normally have a break now, so continue through. Those of you who want to make it harder, you can take your legs up into tabletop if you wish. It's up to you. But if you are taking your legs up into tabletop, make sure that lower back stays imprinted on the mat. So when you extend that arm, really stretch those fingers away, down to the toes, really stretch through those arms, big circle. So you should feel the muscles lengthening. We've got 10 more. Keeping that belly button drawn down towards the spine. Again, if you need to rest, then you do so. This is number 10. Five more if you can. Two more. One last one. And roll down. Lovely, rest here. From here, we're going to take that green squishy ball under our tailbone if you have one. If not, don't worry, you can do exactly the same exercise on the mat. So by taking the ball here, it's just challenging our stability a little bit further. We're going to take our legs into tabletop. Just get yourself comfortable. And then from here, we're just going to lower one toe to the floor and back and switch side. So you're exhaling as you lower that toe to the floor. Inhale, coming back. We have had some internet issues this morning, so I'm hoping it's okay. Five more on each leg. Two more. And hug those knees. Okay, so from here we're going to do it for our knee drop. So again, the legs are in tabletop. We're taking one knee out to the side and back, and then the other knee out to the side and back. So you're just opening up through those hips. Again, if you want to make it more challenging, you can take those hands up to the ceiling or across your body. Make sure you're not letting your pelvis roll. So only take that knee out so far as that your hip bones are facing the ceiling. Use two headlights. If you haven't got a green squishy ball and you want to place a rolled up towel under your lower back, that's another option. Two more on each side. And 10. Hug those knees. Taking that green squishy ball out. It's quite nice when you go back on the mat after you've been on that ball. Lovely. Okay, so from here we are going to go into single leg kick. So taking our legs up to tabletop, lifting up through the upper body, and we're going to hug one knee and extend the other leg. Just hold it here for a breath and then change. Because by doing this and holding that leg here, you are starting to strengthen that hip a little bit. So you could, if you've got weak hip flexors, you could do this standing up, hug that knee, then let those hands go and use those hip muscles to hold that leg in position. So I had to do that when I was in rehab from tearing my hip flexor. Just to strengthen that hip, those hip muscles up again. Make this your last one. Lower that head and lower those feet to the floor. Okay, so from here let's go into our hundreds. So back is imprinted on the mat. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, you can take those legs up into tabletop. Inhale, exhale, lifting up through the upper body, and you're beating those arms. 5 as you inhale, 5 as you exhale. Those of you who want to make it more challenging, you can extend those legs away, but make sure that your back isn't lifting off the mat and that your abdominals are staying drawn down towards your spine. Lower that head and hug those knees. Okay, we're going to go into scissors. I'm going to do it on the ball because it makes it a little bit more challenging. Your legs are straight in the air. You're lifting up through the upper body and you're hugging one leg and then lowering the other to the floor. Ooh, it is more challenging, crikey. So by making it more challenging, I'm making my abdominals work a lot harder, trying to keep the stability. Ooh. Lower that head and lower those feet. Okay, rolling up. So I'm going to use my band. I'm just going to grab a drink. So grab a drink whenever you need to. I'm going to use my band. You don't need to, it's absolutely fine. Or if you've got a scarf, you could use that. I'm going to take my legs in front of me and bend my knees. Let's try it this way. I don't know whether you'll be able to see me better or not. So my knees are bent, I'm sitting up tall, so you're lifting up through that rib cage, sitting up through the pelvis. And from here I'm going to lean back into that bite point. So from here, going into my upright row, I'm drawing my elbows up towards me and lower. If you haven't got a band but you have got weights, you could have those in your hands. Exhale as you draw those arms up and lower. Eight, two more, 9 and 10. From here, I'm going to turn my palms up, come down a little bit on the resistance band, and I'm going to draw one elbow back, follow that elbow and back, and then switch sides. So I'm sitting evenly between both sit bones. I'm still in that bite point, so that my abdominals are working at the same time. Five more on each side, making sure those shoulder blades are drawn back and down, shoulders away from the ears. Two more on each side. And coming up, relax, release the band. Lovely. So from here we're going to go into our roll downs. We're going to go halfway to start with. So you can have the knees bent, or you can extend those legs. I'm sitting on my sit bones, bony parts of my bottom. and my back is nice and straight. So you're not trying to slouch through, you're really lifting up through the pelvis, the hips, stacking the bones in the back and drawing those shoulder blades back and down. Arms are extended. Now I'm going to tilt my pelvis first, so I'm going to that C-shaped curve. You're going to roll down halfway. From here, take one arm out to the side and then the other, and roll yourself back up. Now we're going to do 6 of those. Tilt the pelvis, roll halfway down, arm out, and the other. Again, you can use your weighted balls if you wish. Three more. Two more. Last one. And up. Okay, we're gonna go all the way down now if we can. I'm going to go into an overstretch. I want that green squishy ball to hit me between my shoulder blades. If that doesn't work for you and you can't quite get all the way down just yet, you just carry on and go to as far as you can. So we're going to do 8. So we're going to tilt that pelvis first, roll down through the spine. Hopefully, yep, it hits me between the shoulder blades. I stretch over, hold it here for the in-breath. Exhale, use my abdominals to bring myself up to sitting. And then I'm going to stretch over and back. Shoulder blades back and down. Tilting the pelvis, rolling through the spine. Inhale here, exhale, using those abdominals, not the legs. Try not to yank those arms to get yourself up either. If you're having to do that, then you need to take it, maybe not go quite so far. Tilt the pelvis, articulate through the spine. I think we've got 2 more. And 1. It's quite muggy today. And 1. That's my last one. Okay. From here, I'm going to go into the seal. Now, those of you who don't like the seal, you can either carry on with what you were just doing, or the alternative is to go into rolling like a ball. So your legs are in tabletop, holding between the behind the knees, tilt the pelvis, roll through and back up, using those abdominals to keep you stable. Those of you who are going into the seal, your knees are going wide. Thread the hands through and hold on to those ankles. Your 2 clips of the heels, so you're opening up through those hip flexors, roll through and back up to sitting. Hold it here. Tap, tap. If you don't like this, then you just go into your roll down. If you've got any neck issues, although you shouldn't be going onto your neck, you stop at the shoulder blades. Three more. Last one. And up. Place those feet on the floor. Okay, let's do some work on our front. I'm going to place the band across the mat if you have one. If not, don't worry, you can use weights. But you want the band to hit those thighs so that when you extend those arms down, you can hold on to the band. So remember, when we're on our front, we're pushing the pubic bone into the mat, lifting up through those abdominal muscles. And you shouldn't feel any strain on your lower back. So from here, let's get the tricky one out of the way to start with. Abdominals engaged. I'm just facing you so that you can hear what I'm saying. Ideally, you want your head facing forward so that your neck's in line with your spine. We're going to lift up through the upper body, shoulder blades back and down, and we're going to beat those arms up to the ceiling. We're going to do 20 beats up to the ceiling 5 times. So it's rather hundreds in reverse. So lifting up and beating those arms. And that's 20. Inhale, exhale, lift up. And that's it. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift up, squeezing those shoulder blades back and down. And rest. 2 more sets. And 1 last set. And rest. Okay, from here, taking our hands by the side of us into like a wide V shape, W shape. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're just going to come up onto our forearms, drawing those shoulder blades back and down. Shouldn't feel any strain on your lower back. If you do, like I just did, I need to adjust my position. Inhale, exhale, lift up. So my pubic bone wasn't properly engaged in with the mat, and my abdominals had slackened off a little bit. It's very easy to do. Last one like this. And I'm going to do exactly the same, lifting those hands off the mat. And lower. So imagine you're trying to squeeze a pencil between those shoulder blades. And rest. Taking those hands down by the side of the body. We're going to go into our dart with a lateral stretch. So you're lifting up, stretch down one side, back to center, over to the other side, center and lower. Inhale, exhale, lift up. So your eye line is down so that your neck stays in line with your spine. 2 more. Last one. And lower. Lovely. Taking those arms out in front of you. So you're going into swimming prep or swimming. So swimming prep, you're lifting one arm and the opposite leg up. Inhale, exhale, lift and lower. And then switch. And lower. So you're going to either carry on with that or you lift both arms and legs up and you're paddling. And rest. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. And rest. Lovely. From here, taking one hand to the ankle, lifting up that thigh, stretching out the quads. And release, switch sides. And then we're going to do both if you can. If not, just rest, lifting up through the upper body. If you want to, you can take it into rocking. Lower those legs and push back into child's pose. Release that lumbar spine, the lower back. Okay, so from here, take the band away. We're going to go into 4-point kneeling. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a band around my knees. If you have a scarf or your stretchy band, you can use that. If you haven't got anything, don't worry. So 4-point kneeling, just let's do an alignment check. Spread those fingers apart, wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Now try not to arch through the back, lengthen through the spine, sitting through the shoulder blades, neck in line with your spine. Now we're going to take that knee out to the side. Again, try not to let that pelvis tilt. So if you want to place your green squishy ball on your lower back, you can. So taking that knee out to the side and back. I'm going to place my green squishy ball because it's very easy to tilt that pelvis. So out and back. Now if you haven't got a resistance band, obviously you're going to take that knee out a lot higher than I am. But just make sure that those hip bones stay facing the floor. And switch sides. Four more. And 10. That's actually really uncomfortable. Okay, so from here, going to glide one leg out and raise and lower here for 10. If you want to, you can take the opposite arm out and back. Oh, this is so painful. And back. Okay, I'm going to remove this band now because we're going to go into press ups. So we're going to do some press ups. There's 3 options. You can stay in 4-point kneeling and then you're just taking your weight down and up, down and up. So that's option 1. Level 2, in a plank position. This is my preferred position. Weight forward, bottom down. Or level 3, arms and legs extended, I'm not even going to pretend that I can do that. You're going to go down there. So we're going to go for 10. I'm just going to open a window. You carry on. I'm trusting you that you're going to do it. It's good to do some weight bearing exercise in those arms. Keep them strong. Keep the bones healthy. Once you've done 10, push back. Okay, from here we're going to go into a plank. So again, we have options. If your wrists are sore or weak, come onto your forearms. And you can either be on your knees, weight forward, bottoms down, neck in line with the spine, you're holding it here. Option 2, up on your toes. And option 3, full plank. You choose your level. Make sure those abdominals stay engaged. Rest those knees, push back. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to show you this on my side to start with. Both knees are bent, obviously, you're on your knees. And what we're going to do, we're going to take our arms in front of us. From here, we're just going to lean back and recover. Inhale. And back. One more. Lovely. From here, going to stay on our knees. I'm going to grab my weighted balls. I'll face you. So right knee is up. Pelvis is aligned. So try not to hook that pelvis up. Drop that hip. Hands are in front, palms facing down. We're going to twist to our right side and back. Spinal twist. Draw those shoulders away from the ears. Abdominals stay engaged. Two more. 10. Hold it here. Arms are wide, reaching up and lower. 3 more. Lower those arms. Going to switch sides. So left knee up now. Just check that posture. Palms facing down as we go for a spine twist to the left. Two more. And 10. Palms facing up. Bicep curl. Now if you haven't got weights, you can use tins, something. Nine and 10. Lower those arms. Lovely. From here, let's go into side kneeling. So knees are both on the mat to start with. Going to take one arm down to the side, other leg extended. Now watch your position. Don't want to round through the shoulders. Open up so you're in a nice straight line. Imagine you're through in between two panes of glass. Elbow up on the hip. Going to take that leg up and go for a hamstring curl. Make sure those abdominals stay engaged. Hold it here. We're going to circle. 10 circles in each direction. And reverse. Well, that's a nice breeze now. And raise and lower. Going for 10. 5, 4. On the last one, you're going to hold it and pulse. And lower. Well done. Going to switch sides. One hand down, other leg extended, hand on the hip, lift that leg and hamstring curl. Getting ready to do those single leg circles, 10 in each direction. And reverse. Then we've got our single leg lift. Three more. Pulse it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg and take those knees wide, and we're going to go into a child's pose. Lovely. Lying on our backs, let's go for some stretches. So if you've got a band or your a scarf, going to lie on the mat, backs imprinted on the mat, starting with that knee bent. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, just going to lengthen that leg away. Inhale here, exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, exhale, extend. So you want the leg to be straight as you extend that leg away. So if you need to adjust the angle, that's fine. And bend the knee. Hold it here. Point and flex. So as you point, you're stretching through the ankles. You flex, you're stretching through that calf muscle. And 1. Take the band in the opposite hand to the leg. Other knee is bent. Inhale, as you exhale, sending that leg out to the side. Drop the other knee to counterbalance you so that you don't roll through onto one side. You want to feel the stretch through that inner thigh. Hold it here. I'm going to turn around to face you, otherwise I'm going to hit the wall. So other leg is extended now, same leg that we're working on. Inhale, as you exhale, going across the body, the shoulder blades stay on the mat. And back up, bend that knee and switch sides. So I'm going to turn around because otherwise I'll hit the wall. So one knee is bent, inhale through the nose, as you exhale, lengthen that leg away. Hold it here. Point and flex, so point and flex. As you're flexing your heels, going up towards the ceiling, toes to your nose, so you really feel that stretch through the lower part of the leg. Hold it here. Inhale, take the band in the opposite hand. Exhale, take that leg out to the side. Drop the other knee to counterbalance. Pelvis stays imprinted on the mat, abdominals are engaged. I'm going to face you on the diagonal. Other leg extended now, taking that leg across the body and letting the pelvis roll on this one, but keeping those shoulder blades glued to the mat. Sending that leg up to the ceiling, bending the knee and removing the band. Let's go for a glute stretch. Bend both knees, one foot on the opposite knee, threading those hands through if you can and holding the stretch here so you feel that stretch through those bottom muscles. And then switch sides. Lovely, release that leg, bringing yourself into sitting, and then we're going to stand up. So standing up, just check your alignment, feet are hip distance apart, taking that head over to one shoulder. Rolling the head forward, over to the other side. And rolling forward again. Inhale, as you exhale, take it back in a semicircle. And through center, lovely. From here, dropping that chin to chest, exhale, roll through. Hopefully you'll go a little bit lower than you did at the beginning. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Inhale, dropping that chin to chest, and exhale, roll through. Taking your right arm up and then going for a side stretch. And round, and left side. One more each side. Inhale up, exhale over. And release. Last time. Inhale, as you exhale, raising up onto the balls of the feet and lower. And one more. Scoot down, deep breath in, sending those arms up, exhale, round and down. Two more, inhale, drop down through the knees and exhale. One last one. And that's you done. Well done, everybody. Have a good rest of the day, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.